What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be going over some SPAC rumors and the ones that I'm paying close attention to, as well as what I've been buying lately on these massive dips in the market, because we know the market has been pretty choppy, as well as some upcoming potential plays that we could get into. So we know the market's been choppy. It's giving us some opportunities. We could head lower depending on how things go tomorrow. It is going to be a lower volume day with the holiday on Monday, so we'll see if we get some deals, and I just wanted to go over ones that I'm particularly looking for. So before we get into it, if you don't mind dropping a like and hitting subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Check out the links in the description to the free Discord server, the Weeble referral link if you want to support the channel and get some free stocks, and my Patreon if you want to join that and get more insight on what I'm buying, when I buy it, and option plays. Now let's get into it. So I saw this on Twitter, and this is from Reddit. They put this together, and it's basically showing all the potential SPAC mergers that could happen and all the potential targets that are rumored out there. So first up, unconfirmed targets, Cciv, Lucid, everyone knows that. That thing ran pretty much after hours today, and if that's confirmed, that'll be like the next hype stock like Nikola and Hyliion did. But obviously it's a really good company, so keep an eye on that one. If it were to come down in the 25 to 27 area, I think that'd be pretty attractive to, take a bet on. Hopefully that is confirmed though. Then you have Fuse Moneyline, which is a fintech play. That's an interesting one. I would need to look into Moneyline a bit more, but I definitely am pretty much built out on SoFi. So that's my fintech SPAC right now, and I'm holding that one long term. Then we have Hippo, which is potentially going to be RTP. We don't know. Hippo is kind of like a Lemonade insurance company, so also looking into that one as well. If that would be confirmed, I think that would be pretty big. Then you have ZOS Trucks, which is NGAC. That's a rumor as well. I'm not too interested in that one though, but the trucks do look cool. Then you have the rumors and speculation. So BTWN, the Peter Thiel-backed SPAC, that's Tokopedia. That's kind of like an Alibaba, in my opinion. I think that would be a really solid SPAC to hold. So I am adding shares right now, and we'll get into that in a second. Then we have something like eToro, that's pretty solid. Bird is interesting. I ride those in San Diego. I probably wouldn't buy into those though. And then the current rumored SPACs down at the bottom is very interesting. These are potential ones that could happen. So Stripe has been rumored to go with PSTH, even though I don't think they need a SPAC. We'll see. Plaid, Chamath could grab something like Plaid. I know that's in talks as well, or rumored. Then you have Impossible, Discord, Reddit, BlockFi, Bloomberg, just a lot of interesting ones on here. So these are all the ones that could potentially come out in the near future, so just keep an eye on these. But you can see the teams right here that you want to be following, and if they get near NAV, you can make a bet on them. So first up is CCIV. This is the Lucid rumor, and I'm going to try to get through these pretty quickly here to not keep you too long, but basically, I would need this one to come down anywhere from $25 to $28. If it did have a sell-off, maybe people sell after it shot up after hours. We'll see. But I don't have a position here. If it did confirm Lucid, I think it would shoot way up. But if it's not Lucid, then you can expect this to come crashing down. So it really is a gamble right now. It seems like all eyes are, pointing at Lucid, like it's going to be a deal, but, we'll have to wait and see. So if you did want to play options, which is very risky, just know that you don't want to take February 19th. That's a little too close, and next week's a short week, so I wouldn't do that one. I would take March, and you would just have to understand that you could lose this entire investment, which is why I wouldn't play naked calls. I would play debit spreads because they protect your contracts from these rapid moves CCIV has been having and against this implied volatility. So basically, when people tweet stuff that changes the price like crazy, you see these rapid sell-offs that really hurt your contracts. So what I would do is if it did come back under 30, well then I would buy the 30, sell the 35. But say you wanted to do this right now, and after hours the prices aren't accurate, but I would take the 35 and sell the 40. This creates a call debit spread, and your max profit is the difference in the strike, so $500 minus what you pay for it, so the 105. And the way you get max profits is to be above both strikes at or as close as you can get to expiration, and that would be your max profit. Now, all you need is it to be above $35 to get some profit, but that's how you get max. Okay, next up is PSTH. This is Ackman Spac. I've been talking about this one for a very long time now, and it's actually sitting pretty nice around 29.30. Even in this volatile, choppy market, it's been pretty good. Now, I have the June 30 strikes, and I bought those on the last dip, I believe on January 27th. We had a pretty big sell-off for PSTH. So I was buying around here, and I loaded those up. I think they were like $500 a piece. And, the other day we were up about 1,300, now up about 800, but I have so much time and I know that they have a meeting on 2/19. Ackman's going to announce something pretty soon here. I still have my shares. I'm pretty bullish on this one. I think he's going to pick a great target. The biggest risk here is that he picks a target that people are disappointed in and then it sells off. So just know that, but I do think he's going to pick a good target and this thing will head higher as well. This is one of the biggest SPACs and most anticipated SPACs, so keep an eye on it. If it does fall below 29, that's a pretty attractive place. Next up is BTWN. This is Peter Thiel's backed SPAC, Tokopedia rumor. So under $15, I'm adding shares. Under $14.50, I added some shares today as well. I think this could be a big deal if it is Tokopedia, and if this does come below 14, then I would consider adding some options. I don't have any options, just shares right now. Warrants work too here. That's a safer way to do it. If I were to play some options, I always like playing far out. I'd probably go April. If it came back down to the 13s, I'd probably just go 15s or even 12.5s. Pretty cheap here. A lot of open interest, good amount of volume. So, something to consider, something to keep your eye on. This one will be big once they announce. Bridgetown has a second SPAC out, so hopefully we hear something soon. Next up is IPOE. And this is one that I've been buying heavily. This is my biggest SPAC position. So what I'm seeing right here is a falling wedge. Got neutral on the RSI, so not oversold, not overbought, just kind of sideways lately. The MACD needs to cross up for anything to happen. Basically, we just need some news, and then this thing's going to break out. And we could, if tomorrow's red, we could even come back down and touch around 22.40 area. And upon some news, I see this thing breaking out back to all-time highs, which I believe is around 28. That's definitely coming. This is a great company. I'm holding long-term. I do have some options out to April as well. Keep your eye on this one, though. Anything in the low 20s, if it comes below 20, I would be adding a lot. Stock I bought today was Pltr. Now, this one could come back down to around 30 or 32 area. We'll keep an eye on it, but they do report earnings pre-market on Tuesday. So that only gives you tomorrow if you wanted to add anything before these earnings because Monday's closed and then Tuesday it's pre-market. So I wouldn't play options on this one because earnings can go either way even if they do well. I expect them to do well, but the only way I would play this is just adding shares or playing spreads. So that's totally up to you, but this article is pretty bullish on them. It says, they're getting a lot of government contracts. The growth potential in this market is, insane. It's great artificial intelligence play, so keep your eye on it for the long term. I do see Pltr doing well in the future. I think they're going to head higher actually after this lockup period is over and investors aren't scared about that anymore because there is that fear right there that maybe when this lockup period ends that they sell off heavily, but I don't see it happening, and if they do, well, I'll just buy it at a cheaper price. Another stock I have been buying is NEO, and I really like buying NEO on the sell-offs under $60. Now, recently this week, I think they hit 64 and then sold off on these dips. So NEO is forming a pretty bullish pattern on their chart. So on the daily, looks like a cup and handle to me. Now, I'm not the best charter in the world, but that's what I'm seeing right now, which is a bullish pattern. Pretty neutral, though. NEO's been kind of flat, around $60 for a while now, aside from that pop to 64. But I do see them heading higher come March, and that is because they have earnings on March 1st, which could be sell the news, but I do expect them to beat because they had amazing deliveries. And then they also have an event on 3/17 apparently, so all these things are going to help NEO head higher. Now, you can add far out call options if you want, or you could add a spread to, somewhere out to March. And that's what I'll probably be doing. And I'll also be adding shares if we go under 60 now. I am averaging up, but I have a long-term outlook on this company. So, it makes sense to me. So to wrap things up, some more stocks that I've been adding shares-wise is Clover. Now this one's been beaten down and I think it's oversold in an attractive spot right now. I think this is a low-risk, high-reward play. So I did add some shares here at like 1190 area or 1194, and I think in a couple weeks or months this will blow over this whole short report and will return to anywhere from $15 to $20. Now I'm not interested in this for the long term. This is a swing play, but I think given the overall market right now, these plays aren't as overextended as the rest of the market, which is why I really do like them. Another one that's been trading sideways is BFT. This is PaySafe. I really like this SPAC, and I think upon some news, this thing will head back to around $20. So I hope over that, but we'll see. Definitely it's undervalued right now at $16.25. So I'm adding below 16 will be amazing as well. So we'll definitely keep watch on this. And then the other ones that I added was the other Chamath SPAC, so iPod and IPOF. I think those are all very attractive spots. And like I said, they're not too overextended like the rest of the market. So, that's why I really do like these plays. They're going to take some time to play out, so just be patient. But that's what I've been adding, and hope you guys enjoyed. So that's pretty much it, guys. A different type of video today. Just going over what I'm seeing in the market and the plays that I am liking. Let me know what you think below. Please drop a comment, like and subscribe, and have a good one.